We'll be covering the sentencing for multiple crimes committed in Clovis.
We have some freezing temps in local towns. Find out more in my first weather forecast.
And local businesses have stepped up to make sure kids are fed. All of that and more right now.
This is News 3 New Mexico, your local source for news, sports, and first weather.
Welcome back to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Corbin Shanner.
And I'm Lennon Caro. Thank you so much for watching.
An Ohio man has been sentenced to 29 years in the New Mexico Department of Corrections for violent robbery. District Attorney Quentin Ray announced today that Christopher Gibson, age 42, has been sentenced to 29 years in the New Mexico Department of Corrections following his guilty plea to charges coming from a violent robbery that occurred in Clovis earlier this year. On March 19, 2025, the Clovis Police Department were dispatched to 3018 North Prince Street in Clovis for an incomplete 911 call. Upon arrival, officers noticed that the business at the location had its lights off and windows covered. Hearing noises coming from inside, the officers made a forced entry. Inside, they found a female victim with a laceration on top of her head made by a machete. Gibson tried to destroy the security camera, but investigators were able to pull the footage from them. Approximately $100 was stolen from the business, and Gibson faces 29 years. He must serve 23 of them before being eligible for parole.
Jesus Anaya has pled guilty to battery upon a peace officer, a fourth-degree felony. Anaya will serve a total of 4 years in the New Mexico Department of Corrections for the battery charge and for being a habitual offender. The sentence follows an incident that occurred on January 22, 2025, when officers with the Clovis Police Department located Anaya, who had an active felony warrants, at residence in 800 block of Meriwether Street. After being found hiding in the attic, Anaya resisted arrest and kicked an officer in the chest and stomach while being placed in a patrol unit. Anaya was taken into custody without further injury and booked into the Curry County Adult Detention Center.
Dewdrop Inn and other local businesses like AJ's and Dr. K. Marin are allowing kids to eat free until SNAP benefits are restored. These businesses are uniting to help vulnerable families that are being affected by the government shutdown. Dewdrop Inn is also extending the offer to military families that have been affected as well, supporting brothers and sisters in arms. The businesses are offering one free kids meal to any dine-in patrons. The child must be present when ordering, and there will be no purchase necessary and no questions asked.
Well, it sure is starting to feel like fall in the mornings and the evenings now as well.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this kind of weather.
I know, today was in the 50s.
More in the 50s on my full weather forecast, but here on my first weather forecast, we're seeing we got freezing temperatures tonight up in Tucumcari at 31, Clovis is going to be at 32. Here in Portales, not quite freezing just yet at 34. Lubbock, Texas is going to be at 37, and Amarillo is going to be at 35 tonight. So we take a look at our radar. We're seeing not much precipitation in the area, clear skies throughout most of the area. And as we take a look at our 3-day planner here in Portales, today we hit a high of 60. Tomorrow's going to be 75. Friday at 77 with partly cloudy skies. I'll have more on my full weather forecast about the highs tomorrow. Back to you at the desk.
This Thursday, head over to the Greyhound Stadium for the Trunk or Treat. The Forensic Science Society presents the annual Trunk or Treat and invites the whole community to come on out. There will be plenty of fun and treats for all ages to enjoy. It is too late to register to be in the Trunk or Treat, but make sure you come on out and support the Easton Forensic Science community.
Halloween is coming this Friday, and if you are a fan of haunted houses and fun frights, then the SGA's event tonight is perfect for you. The Student Government Association invites you to the second annual haunted house entitled Howl of the Hounds. They encourage you to come in if you dare and uncover the chilling secrets in the Campus Union Ballroom at 7:30 p.m. To enter, you need to bring 5 non-perishable items and pay $5 at the door. It promises to be a night of spooktacular Halloween fun. They encourage you to wear your costume, so come out and show your Halloween spirit. The New Mexico Department of Health has released some tips for oral health, costumes, and general safety to make sure that this year's Halloween trick-or-treating festivities are safe and fun. Some of these tips include not overeating candy, brushing your teeth and flossing before bed, making sure all costumes are the correct size to prevent trips and falls, and make sure you can properly see out of any masks.
Some general safety tips include having adults accompany trick-or-treaters, staying on sidewalks, and using flashlights or glow sticks to both be seen and to see. Here at News 3 NM, we encourage you to have fun, but also have a safe Halloween.
Our News 3 pet of the day is Lucy, sent in by the Long family. Lucy, also known as Goose, is a pup with some of the biggest feelings ever. She loves to snuggle under blankets and always wants to be involved in whatever is happening.
If you would like a chance to have your pet on News 3, send some photos of them to news3nm@enmu.edu along with their name, age, and something you love about them.
Coming back to the break, Jade and Mama's full weather report.
But first, let's take a look at today's financial market.
Welcome back to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Jane Phillips, and let's take a look at today's weather. We're going to see a lot of rain in the eastern part of the U.S. We're seeing the after effects of Hurricane Melissa. Prayers for everyone affected by Hurricane Melissa. Here in New Mexico, we're not seeing much rain at all, much precipitation, clear skies through the whole state, especially here in Portales. As we take a look at our current temperatures, we're seeing 60 up in Farmington, 59 in Albuquerque right now, 55 in Santa Fe. Santa Rosa is going to be at 57. Here in Portales, we have a current temperature of 56. Roswell at 57. Clovis is going to be at 55. Lubbock, Texas at 60. Hobbs, New Mexico at 57. As we take a look at our wind gauge here, we're going to have a gust of about 10 miles per hour tonight around 11 p.m. out of the southeast, and then it dies down into the early morning hours with a perfect, nice fall, crisp morning. So we look at our next 3 hours here in Portales, we're going to see 6 p.m. tonight is going to be sunny with 52, and then into the evening hours, 7 p.m. is going to be at 46, and then 8 p.m. is going to be at 44 tonight. As we take a look at tonight's lows, you're going to see up in Farmington, 33, Gallup at freezing temperatures at 30, Albuquerque at 40. Up north, you're seeing freezing temps as well in Raton at 25. Here in Portales, not quite freezing tonight. We're going to see a low of 34 tonight. Clovis is going to be at freezing temperature at 32. Tucumcari at 31. Up in the Panhandle of Texas, 35 in Amarillo, and then West Texas and Lubbock is going to be at 37. As we take a look at tomorrow's highs, you're going to see 70 in Albuquerque, 65 in Santa Fe. Up in Raton, 60. Down south, you're going to see 73 in Alamogordo. Cruces is going to be at 73. Here in Portales, we're going to see a high of 69 tomorrow, 67 in Clovis, 69 in Tucumcari. Up in Amarillo, you're going to see a high of 66. Down in Lubbock, you're going to see a high of 72 tomorrow. As we take a look at tomorrow night's lows, you're going to see freezing temps throughout most of the state. You're going to see 30 up in Farmington, 25 in Gallup, 37 in Albuquerque, 31 in Santa Fe. Down south, you're going to be in the 40s, mostly higher 30s. 36 in Santa Rosa, freezing up in Clayton at 38 and Raton at 29. Here in Portales, you're going to see tomorrow night's low is going to be 34, Clovis at 33. Amarillo, Texas is going to be at freezing point at 32. Lubbock's going to be at 34, and Midland, Texas at 37. As we take a look at our 7-day forecast for Tucumcari, New Mexico, You're going to see tomorrow is going to be a high of 69 with a low of 31. And then Friday, you're going to see mostly cloudy skies with a high of 66, 33 as a low. And then throughout the weekend, it's going to be between the 60s and 70s. And then next week, it's going to warm up to 74 on Monday, 79 on Tuesday with 2% chance of rain possibly, and then 75 on Wednesday with a low of 44. As we take a look at Carlsbad, you're going to see 77 tomorrow with a low of 41, a high of 81 on Friday with a low of 47. Throughout the weekend, it's going to be in the 70s. Monday is going to be a blistering 81 with a low of 47. Tuesday is going to be another blistering day at 82 with a low of 47. And then 85 next Wednesday with a low of 49. As we take a look at Roswell's 7-day forecast, you're going to see 74 as a high tomorrow, 37 as a low, 73 on Friday with a low of 42. The weekend's going to start off at 66 on Saturday, and then 73 on Sunday with a low of 38. Next week, you're going to hit 70s on Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday is going to be 82 with a low of 45. And then here in Portales, you're going to see a high of 70 tomorrow with a low of 33. Friday is going to be partly cloudy skies, the 4% chance of rain with a high of 72, low of 38. And then Saturday is going to be 63 with a low of 39. And then Sunday is going to be 72 with a low of 39. Monday is going to be 79, same as Tuesday and Wednesday with lows in the 40s. So it's feeling a little bit like fall in the mornings and the evenings, but in the day, it's still getting up to those higher temps.
Yeah, I hope we have like cooler weather soon, all day.
Me too.
Me too, for sure. We'll have more after the break.
Welcome back to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Jasmine Simpson. The Greyhounds were sitting at a 1-5 record, and they were really needing a win. It was homecoming. The Hounds faced Western New Mexico for the Chili Bowl. The Hounds had some bright spots in previous games, but not put together for a full game win. That all changed on Saturday. The Mustangs took the opening kickoff, and 4 plays later, they were in the end zone. Both teams scored back and forth, and were sitting at a 21-21 tie. Western took advantage of a couple Greyhound turnovers and went to halftime with a 28-24 lead. The Greyhounds came out of the locker room ready to play in the second half. It took 5 plays for the Hounds to retake the lead and never looked back. The success the Mustangs had with passing in the first half was taken away with a couple defensive changes, and the Hounds began to dominate. The Hounds defense was led by Dylan Cornetary with 7 tackles, which was followed by Matthew Carrington with 6. The Hounds shut down the Mustangs offense, limiting them with a total of 399 yards. The Hounds opened up their running game with some hard work by the offensive line for a rushing Lone Star Conference record of 719 yards. Jabari Stewart also set a record of conference by rushing for 373 yards. Stewart accounted for 5 touchdowns for the day. The Hounds had a balanced attack with 8 other players adding to the record. When the last play was done, the Hounds walked away with a 59-35 win over the Mustangs. The Hounds were able to win once again and bring home the Chili Bowl trophy. The Hounds are hoping to keep the streak alive when they play Sul-Ross when they come to town. The Hounds are planning to avenge their loss to the Lobos last season. Kickoff time is at 6 p.m. at the Steve Loy Foundation Stadium. Eastern New Mexico Rodeo finished 4th on both men's and women's sides. this weekend at New Mexico Junior College Rodeo in Lovington. Jacob Walters was named reserve all-around champion at the rodeo. Walters took third in long round in the roping and earned 30 points in that event. Walters split a 5-6 in steer wrestling in the first round and took second in the finals. He also took second in average and brought home a total of 115 points. Mackenzie Derbody earned a reserve all-around for the women. Derbody added points in goat tying and breakaway and was the only greyhound to score points on this weekend's scoring team. The Greyhounds will be at Texas Tech starting tomorrow for the Texas Tech University Rodeo. Eastern New Mexico's men's cross country finished the season at the 2025 Lone Star Conference Cross Country Championships with Jackson Gable leading the Greyhounds, finishing 90th overall in the 8K race with a time of 28 minutes and 29 seconds. Eastern New Mexico placed 13th in the 14th out of 14 with 1,416 points. The Greyhound women finished 13th overall with 313 points. Freshman Chimana L. Hardy became the first Greyhound to earn the Lone Star Conference Freshman of the Runner of the Year, pacing her way to a 13th place finish with a time of 22 minutes and 22 seconds at the 2025 Lone Star Conference Cross Country Championship at the AP Ranch. Our Hounds indoor track season begins in close to 5 weeks. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. at the Steve Loy Foundation Arena, the Hounds will introduce our 2025-2026 men's and women's basketball team. Their season is right around the corner, and both teams are ranked in the top 5 in the Lone Star Conference. The women's season kicks off on November 14th in Denver, and their first home game is December 1st. The men start their season at home on November 14th when they take on the Skyhawks from Fort Lewis, Colorado. Come on Thursday to meet the players and get ready to support the Hounds as they look for another appearance in the Lone Star Conference tournament. That's all for me. Stay tuned for Corbin and London after the break.
Welcome back. ASAB is holding a pop-up stand in the Cub lobby tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This event is a meet and greet where you can get to know the members of ENW's Associated Student Activities Board over some donut holes with all of your favorite toppings. These hardworking students sponsor a wide variety of activities throughout the year, including comedians, talent shows, performing artists, novelty events, recreational activities, spirit events, and musicians. Students are encouraged to join ASAB to enhance leadership skills, build peer networks, fully settle into their new campus community, as well as gain experience in event planning. So if you're interested in joining ASAB or just meeting the crew that puts on so many fun-filled events, stop by their donut hole pop-up. Well, it's the spookiest time of the year, Halloween. If you see any ghouls or ghosts running around, don't be alarmed. It's most likely some trick-or-treaters looking to get some sweet candy. One of the best places to trick-or-treat is the Safe Trick-or-Treat event held by the City of Portales. The event will be on Halloween, which is this Friday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The roads will be closed to make sure our trick-or-treaters are safe. These streets include Main Street from 1st to 2nd, Main from Second to Herbert Lumber, Main to Commercial to 1st, and Avenue A from 1st Street to 2nd Street. If you're looking for a fun and safe trick-or-treating event, this is the one for you.
Dia de los Muertos is coming up fast, and what better way to remember those who have lost than with the ofrenda and face painting event being put on by ENMU's Hispanic Affairs in the Cub lobby. Multiple templates for your face paint will be available. You can also bring framed photos of the loved ones to put on the ofrenda to honor them and remember them. But make sure to put your name and phone number in with the photo so the photo can be returned safely after the event. If you have any questions about the event, feel free to reach out to the Hispanic Affairs at 575-562-2451. Ever thought of adding a new member to your family? Well, the Clovis Animal Shelter may have the new furry family member for you that you were searching for. This sweet senior girl named Timona is looking for her forever home. She was found 15 days ago. According to the volunteers, she loves treats, walks, and time with her people. If you are interested in Miss Timona on her pals, you can visit the City of Clovis Animal Shelter at 2203 E. Bradley Avenue, Clovis, NM 88101 between 11 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. And you can call them at 769-7893.
Coming up after the break, we'll have one final look at the weather.
So make sure you stay tuned.
Materials. Lund took a similar approach, crafting his costume almost completely from bark from his trees, sticks, and other recycled materials. 80 hours later, Lund's labor of love was ready to debut, and he took to the streets, literally trolling trick-or-treaters at an early Halloween event. He says the work was worth it to bring to life a trolley tribute that puts the eek in eco-friendly. Speaking of getting ghoulish to do some good, a teen cancer survivor in Michigan has brought back a now annual haunted house designed to help kids fighting cancer. Jackson Amick has been cancer-free since 2022 after battling leukemia and has become a renowned area Halloween hype man, hosting an annual haunted house designed not just to turn heads, but also raise money to benefit other kids fighting cancer. The fundraising Freak Fest has raised thousands, is now in its third year, and puts the caring in jump scare. Finally, a wild Wisconsin home has become the house to see this Halloween for those not just trickin' and treatin', but plunderin' and pillagin' too. The Blackstones have been doing piratey decor since 2018, but this year's is bigger than ever and more interactive, as visitors can enter the ship's spooky hull located in the couple's garage. It definitely puts the yar in creative Midwestern seasonal yard decor. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Wow, talk about a jump scare, huh?
Yep.
What's the weather going to be like on Halloween?
Well, let's take one more look before I get into Halloween night. Let's take a look at our radar real quick. You're going to see that clear skies throughout the state right now. Nothing here. Tonight here in Portales, you're going to see a low of 34 with clear skies, winds out of the west, southwest at 6 miles per hour. Tonight, as we take a look at our 3-day forecast, we've seen Santa Rosa had a high of 59 today. Tomorrow's going to be 67. And then Friday for Halloween night, it's going to be 70 and cloudy. In Roswell, you're going to see a high of 58 today. Thursday is going to be 72 with sunny conditions. Friday for Halloween night in Roswell is going to be 70 with partly cloudy skies. As we take a look here in Portales, you're going to see Wednesday is hit a high of 60 today with sunny conditions. Tomorrow, Thursday, is going to be sunny and 75. And for Halloween night, you're going to see 78 with sunny conditions for Halloween day and night. So, it's going to be hot, but also cold in the evenings.
Yeah, you know, I love Halloween. How about you guys?
I do too. I'm going to be a character from my TV show this year. What are y'all going to be?
I'm being Shrek for Trunk or Treat tomorrow night, actually. Here.
I'm going classic, and I'm a skeleton.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Are you doing your own makeup?
No, thank goodness for that face painting.
I really don't like Halloween. I'm more of a fall type of guy. I love the cooler temps, the leaves falling, the nice chill breeze in the mornings, and then the nice evenings as well.
Yeah, me too. Well, that's the news we have for you guys tonight.
Thanks for watching.